TGIF part 2. Molly and I are here talking to y'all.
We need Samantha's
yeah.
Whatchamacallit? What do you call it? Movie
directors
thing.
The
directors board clacker
thingy. Somebody out there.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us in part 2, we had a little, shall we say, snafu. I signed in on my phone while leaving this to go on take y'all on a field trip to see the very large item that I bought. Well, large only because I'm traveling. And yeah, when I got out of that, it completely shut our stream down. So we have to start a part 2. It was such a cliffhanger. Like, and yes, Libby and I were hanging out for a minute talking before we realized it. Yes,
we were. I don't know how long. I don't know where it cut off. I have no idea.
We thought y'all were still on there. We did.
Yes. So if you missed part 1, I processed returns without getting angry. But I did kind of role play the residual anger I had when I got the return. Yep.
I did an unboxing for my little bit of thrifting I've done while on vacation, giving my husband, poor Nick, who was in the comments, I don't know if he'll be back now or not, decided to not only listen to the things I bought, but also listen to Libby about returns. And he's my shipper, so he really gets very worked up about returns. So he needs to learn from Libby tonight. Libby is modeling to him the proper way to deal with a return and not get angry.
Yeah. Sold once, it'll sell again.
Yeah. They usually do.
Yeah.
And the person who gets it is usually happy as happy can be. So,
right.
Yeah. And appreciative of you and your business. So it all works out in the end. All right. What's another?
Oh,
you
go ahead.
You got another return for us?
No, that was it. I had 2.
Oh, okay.
I had 2. 2 of the 4 that were open came back, and they're all processed. Now all I have to do is rephotograph them and list them, which I will be doing momentarily, I think. Apparently, I had a hot item at through Consignment, I do a live sale on Thursday nights. Apparently, I had a hot item. My aunt is texting me.
Uh-oh.
She put the wrong sold number. She doesn't want the Uggs. We had these cool, let me show you these cool Uggs because I love them.
I did see them. My husband is back. Hi, honey. We had a little snafu there. Somehow it cut us off when I hung up my phone.
Fluffitas, they're called. Yeah.
Fluffitas?
Fluffita. I think I'm doing that right. Yeah, Fluffitas.
Carmen, those look cozy to work in your store in.
Yeah. Emma loved them, but she wasn't sure where she would wear them. So she's holding off.
In your apartment?
Yeah, she could.
Yeah.
She could. But, she's pretty tall, and there's like a 2-inch platform on them. Yeah. So they are $34 free shipping right now on my Consignment app. I'm thinking my aunt accidentally just snagged them, but she wanted the purse. The purse already sold. You know what we say?
Which purse?
It was, I was like, I'll show you. No, I shipped it out. It was a round, and it had it was made in Italy circle purse. It was beautiful.
So I caught a glimpse on Facebook. You know how the videos will show that you did the sale?
Yeah.
And where it froze had you holding this purse. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And I immediately go to look for it. I'm like, oh, she sold it.
Yep. Yeah, well, apparently it was a hot item. I just loved it before I knew it was like a more expensive brand name because I'd never heard of it. Some big, long Italian name that I had to Google to get the spelling right.
Did you have fun pronouncing it?
I refused to pronounce it at the live sale last night. I was like, y'all can read it.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna go there.
All right. So Carmen's a Birkenstock girl. You know what? That's my in-laws here. My brother-in-law and sister-in-law that live down the street here from my Airbnb. The kids, they're Birkenstocks all the time. All of them.
Really?
Oh, every color, every style. That's all they have on their feet. Now the girls, the teenage girls will wear sneakers every now and then because they have a little sporty side to them too. But Birkenstocks. Burks.
I have not owned a pair in years. Do I need to bring that back? Because I was so into them, so comfy. I
have
loved them.
never ever liked them. My brother loved them. They have the clog ones too. My sister-in-law, my brother-in-law has the clog ones.
What are the clog ones? I don't think I know what they are. Do I have to Google that?
Like a closed toe. My brother used to.
Yeah, I've sold those. Yeah, I know what
my
they are.
brother used to wear them. My son wears them. I don't like the quirky suede bottom. It makes my teeth just. I don't like it. Oh, you resold them. That's smart. So you were saying something a minute ago, Libby, that wanted, and it made me want to share something with you. What were you saying right before I went off on that?
Cremier?
Okay, Cremier. I was laughing my rear end off. You know how I am a huge fan of the homeschool picker, Kayla, that lives in Kentucky.
Yeah.
And her beau, Matt. Okay. I watch them whenever their new video goes out. I'll watch it. So I'm watching the video yesterday. And, or no, I'm sorry, the video a few days ago, because this happens in 2 videos. So a few days ago, they find this really cool, like, pullover jacket thing, I think. And he's like, oh, this is, I don't even know this brand. It's Cremix. Like, he butchered it. And I started dying laughing. I'm like, oh my gosh, Jane needs to see this. Libby needs to see this. So they're trying to pronounce it. They're like, oh, our listeners will tell us, right? So they get it and they comp it, and it has really good comps on that piece. Well, then on the one that came out yesterday, it was the same thing with shorts. He had found some shorts, but he wasn't sure, how the shorts do. So he's like, we're going to do some comping and we'll let you know when we come back. But these are and he starts trying to pronounce it. I don't know, the blah, blah, blah. And he's spitting out these things. And she said, well, somebody, I guess their listeners had maybe phonetically spelled it out in writing and said it was Cremo. Anyway, they took it to a whole different pronunciation than we call it Cremia. So they took a whole different pronunciation on it. So this is the brand that we just don't know how to pronounce.
Yes. And I always tease Molly because I'm like, it sounds like she's spitting all over the screen when she pronounces
Cremia.
Cremia.
I need a pair of Cremia pants. Yeah. So you have to say it with a little flair, I think. But they were cracking me up. Cremia, like, you have to watch it. It was really funny. Matt and Kayla trying to pronounce it. I just giggled. I thought it was hilarious.
And that is why I do not try to pronounce things.
But that's all part of the fun. Come on.
When you have somebody there to go back and forth with you, but when you're by yourself and you're just like, I wish I can look up what the brand name of that purse was, and I can put it in the comments, and you can try to pronounce it. How's that? Let's do that. All right, let me find it.
Oh boy.
Yep. It'll take me a minute. Go ahead. Carry on with whatever you were doing.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So if you're late joining, part 2 of tonight's episode, because we have a part 1 and now a part 2 due to technical difficulties created by me, myself, and I. I'm going to yard sale tomorrow, a neighborhood yard sale. First neighborhood yard sale that I've been to this season. And it will be in Olympia, Washington. So I'm really curious to see how they're run out here on the West Coast and what their pricing is like and what kind of things they have. I'm just curious to see how it goes tomorrow. So I'll have to fill y'all in. Maybe if I can pull it off, shoot a little video. And do a little Olympia, Washington yard sailing tomorrow. All right, here you go sharing it. Let's see. Nick, you'll have to text Tamara what neighborhood. I have no idea what neighborhood it is.
Now, you've been to Italy, right? Didn't you teach the Reggio method?
Reggio Emilia, yeah.
Reggio Emilia. So, all right, you got a little history there with the Italian.
Fiorentina. Fiorentina. Queria.
You're gonna go with that?
That's where I'm going with.
We like this. Curia Fiorentina.
Curia Fiorentina.
All right. If anybody in the comments wants to go ahead, you want to spell that out phonetically and tell us how badly we've butchered that, feel free.
Yeah, we're all for learning.
I mean, I continue to pronounce things however the hell I want to pronounce them, honestly. So
right.
Yeah.
Right.
I have issues with that, as Samantha always teases me.
All right. So tell me what your idea for my measuring was going to be, because I have these items. I need to list them. My thought was tomorrow when I'm out at the yard sales, I will hopefully come across a really inexpensive scale. I know my mother-in-law has 1,000 measuring tapes at her house. She's a seamstress, a quilter. So I know I can get that from her tomorrow, but I don't have a scale. So yeah, Libby said she was going to give me an idea though.
I am trying it. I've used it, but I haven't used it in years, actually. The Measure app on the iPhone.
Yeah. I don't know if they've updated it. I always had a hard time with it. I do know there's that new one out that I told you about that I forget to utilize. I'm going to look up the name of it, but it is, I don't know if it'll work for these items. I know it was designed for clothing. I learned about it from Casey Paris.
Yep.
Smart Sizer, that might be it. Smart Sizer. Let me see if it'll work on this. Nope, it just says add clothes. Let's see.
I'm trying it on my patch here. Well, I don't know how to do it.
On what? What are you doing?
I was doing it on the patch.
So, Smart Size.
There we go. There we go. It's working.
Inaccurate scan. All right. So, y'all, listen. Oh, Nick just texted me. He's got one pair earrings he just listed. So he's working, Libby. He is TGIFing with us and actually.
Oh man, I'm
How you
so
like
proud.
him now, huh? So y'all, Smart Sizer. Tell me if any of you guys that list online have tried it yet. I downloaded the app probably 2 months ago when Casey first talked about it, and I have yet to use it. And I want to get my husband to learn about it because he does a lot of the measuring for me. And if it's something that can speed it up for him, great. But it is called Smart Sizer. It is an app. He said he did it on multiple articles of clothing and it was 100% accurate every time. So I have not tried it since then. But if you haven't tried it, y'all, give it a try. We do not have a affiliate link or code with them yet. Who knows? Maybe we will. But yeah.
If we deem it usable.
It's free. So I don't know that you would need any of that. Because I just downloaded it and did it. So
I thought it was paid. Okay.
No, I mean I didn't pay for it and it's allowing me to do it.
Well, right, you know what? I'm gonna have to do like a YouTube tutorial on how to use this silly thing, the measurement app on the iPhone.
All right, so this brooch I just did.
Using what?
Hold on. It is 2.5. It's hard to say. So the one I'm using right now is the other app I put in called Tape Measure.
Oh.
I put that in a while back. All right, let's see if that's accurate again. 2. Yeah, you got the 2.5 by. So the good thing about Tape Measure is, and I think you do this on the clothing one also, is as soon as you do it, you pull it and it drags the tape measure across your item. Then you hit camera and it snaps it with the visible tape measure across it.
Wait, what was that called again?
Tape Measure.
That's
so I'll cool. Show you. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if it'll show up well or not, what I just took. So I just measured the brooch, and it puts the tape measure on top of it. And then it took a picture of it so people can see it. Now that wasn't as accurate as it needs to be because I need to be using my other wrist. That's my bad wrist, but still good. I won't use that particular picture is what I'm saying. I'm just doing that to play with y'all.
I think I might have figured it out.
On which one?
The patch. On the measure one for the iPhone. Let's see. All right, wait. I need to hold my camera still, first of all.
That does help.
Yes.
I'm sure that's highly recommended.
All right, there we go. And then you pull it across. 5 inches. Now I have my measuring tape in front of me, so I'm going to see. It is exactly 5 inches.
How about that? Okay, here's something we can do. No, don't put it out there, Molly, because then you put it out there and then you got to do it.
You were going to say we're going to do a tutorial, and I already did a tutorial today.
I was going to say we're going to do a couple of different ones and test and like rank them.
Fun. Yeah.
Measuring apps. That's what I was going to say. I can't believe that my iPad says it's 7:55, but my phone says it's 4:55.
Oh, that's wild.
Because where I am, it's 4:55.
Still early. All right, let's see. All right, let's see. All right, it works, but you know what? I need to like look at it more in depth. But it's easy to use, but it's hard to be on talking to you when I'm trying to figure something out.
Right.
But I'm happy with it. I mean, if I was in your situation, I'd definitely use it. I'd also. Do you know how much your iPhone measures? Because you could use that as a guide. That the actual physical phone itself.
No.
No, you have smaller items to measure.
I just like that I can measure it, lift my phone up, and poop, snap a picture.
That's so cool. Oh, you can't.
Oh my gosh! And then when I popped it up,
yeah.
Wait. When I popped it up, it puts the picture there, and then it puts a little thing at the bottom that says length 7 7/7 inches. It's typed in there. And then you can share that with somebody. This is a really cool app.
Hold it up again. I want to see what it looks like.
That's the share. If I wanted to share it, it puts a picture. But if I just go to oh shoot, I just lost it. Hold on.
You think that's better than the iPhone one? Because you know what? I think I'm going to download it and use it. Well, you know what? I'll do it on my store phone.
Well, that's why I'm saying we need to test them because I don't know if it's better.
Wow. All right. Anybody out there use a measurement app because this is like very interesting.
Here is the one I just took, and all I did was snap photo. And this is how it came on my phone.
Oh my gosh, that's so, I'm kind of loving that.
But then in the app, if I did that same thing and then pushed the tools on it, it puts the little open type place at the bottom and says measures 7 7/8 inches or whatever it measures in writing. So you're not having to try to figure it out on the little digital thing.
Wow. Kind of loving that. I'm installing it like right this second.
It's got laser level, bubble level, person's height. Oh, here it does. You can do different things with it. All right, we got to play around with these, y'all. Point and shoot ruler, which is what I just did. Air mode, touch phone to objects. I don't get that. Surface measure, measure locked to planes. Hang a virtual painting. Create perimeter floor plans. This does a lot. You can even measure angles with it.
All right. So here's what I'm thinking. All right. So is there an easy way to save the, oh, that's what was going on here. Hold on. My Wi-Fi, not my Wi-Fi. I was hardwired into the internet and it came loose. That's why maybe that's what kicked us off. Maybe it wasn't you.
Oh, is
Maybe
that what kicked us out earlier?
Maybe. I didn't know that.
I took the blame. Yeah, these are cool. We definitely need to mess around with these some more and figure it out.
Oh my gosh, this is so fun.
I gotta clean my house. I'm getting little things everywhere again.
I need like a remedial section on these.
My husband's coming to see me soon, y'all.
Oh yeah, when is Nick coming out?
A week from tomorrow.
Woo!
I have been gone from him for longer than I ever have in my entire life. Ever.
Really?
Yes. Since I've known him, yes. I've never been away from him this long. He's my best friend.
I know.
I need him. I do. And I've even tried like doing the whole whining thing to get him to come earlier. Not working. In fact, the whining thing probably makes him want to stay away more.
I was going to say, I don't know that I would recommend that strategy, but
come on.
You know what probably will work really well is just show him how you keep sourcing.
Then he'll get here quick, right?
Yeah. I gotta get that under control, man.
He'll be getting the company jet after I get back from the yard sale. He'll be calling the bank asking for permission on the jet, man.
There you go.
We
figured out how to get Nick to you sooner. Just keep sourcing.
He's clearly not on here anymore because he's not commenting.
Yep. Well, that's all right. He doesn't need to know what your plan is.
He. All right, girl. I'm about to call it done on my end.
It's been fun.
I got to go to dinner with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. I get to go to dinner with my brother-in-law and sister-in-law and all my little niecelets and their 5 dogs. Awesome. And yeah. Oh, he says, okay, sir. He says, I'm listening. That's why I'm not commenting.
So I finally went grocery shopping today after a week and a half, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, a week and a half. What am I saying? I've been back a week. I've been back. What have I been back? A week and a half from North Carolina? Anyway, so I hadn't grocery shopped since before I left on all of my trips and since I got home. Finally went today. Yeah. Not my favorite thing to do.
I know. Listen.
My mom was like, I'm stopping to pick up pizza, or I just made all the fixings for a salad. Come on down. It's like every time I went to go grocery shop, she was like, I just made, or why don't you come down and have? I'm like, all right.
That's what happened here. I got here and I was so excited to grocery shop when I finally made it to the Airbnb because I had been what felt like a bajillion days eating out food, whether it was on the cruise ship or restaurants. I hadn't cooked anything or even made a simple sandwich. I just hadn't done it for a month. I was dying to go grocery shopping and get hummus and carrots and make a pasta or just a turkey sandwich or something. And so I go to all the shopping and they keep inviting me between my mother-in-law and father-in-law and my brother-in-law and sister-in-law. They keep inviting me for meals. And I'm I keep saying, I really need to eat from home. Stuff's going bad. I really need to eat I really need to eat by myself. But, I hate it because I want to be with them. That's why I'm here. Right.
Yeah.
Spend time with them. But I have all this food and it's just me. So if I don't eat it, it's going to go bad. Like I've got some fruit I got to get rid of right
The
now.
pressure's on. The pressure's
I
on
know.
now.
Nick, you better get here and help me eat, man. I got a bunch of peppers and broccoli and carrots and hummus and
Oh, nice.
fruit
Nice.
that needs to be eaten.
Maybe I'll fly out so I can avoid grocery shopping.
Bring it on. I must say I appreciate Nick even more now after being gone, not just because I miss him, but because he does the grocery shopping a lot. Because I'll be working, he'll just go, I'm just going to run to the store on my way home, right? I forget what a mega hassle that is. Like you got to go get it, and then you got to get it in the car, and then you got to get it in the house, and then you got to put it away. Like I'm usually just there at the end when he gets it in the house, and then I'm like, all right, I'll help you put it away.
Yeah, that's been a hard reality check for me after, living a single life now. That's been a hard because I did not do the grocery shopping or the putting away or any of that stuff. That's been a little bit of a reality check for me. But it's okay.
You just don't realize it until you're doing it. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
You don't think you're like, yeah, okay, so he got the groceries. No, he got the groceries.
Yeah, I see. You were totally, taking him for
pretty
granted.
Awesome that he got the groceries and I didn't have to go. Like,
yeah.
Pretty awesome.
Right, so I have an idea. I think we should do at some point. All right. So I used to listen to Scavenger Life, and they would do like a reseller. They would talk about what they ate for the week, right?
Oh, really?
All right. So, and at some point they decided, like they did Scavenger Life for years, a reselling podcast. And at some point they decided this is not relevant to reselling. Like this is a little silly. We're not doing it anymore. And people went crazy.
Really?
Like, that's our favorite part is to know what you guys like eat for the week or what you're doing food wise.
Well, here's what I think. I think if we're going to do it, we need to be giving suggestions and sharing a recipe that is like an easy to make recipe idea for resellers.
Yeah, I agree. That's what I was thinking. Like, I think it would help me get more inspired as well. Like things I could, while I'm home, I could, put in the crock pot.
Correct. That's what I was gonna say. Put it in the crock pot. What can you have that's easy to throw in the air fryer? What can you get? The Instant Pot. Like you work.
Like, what are some healthy, easy recipes? Because my choices are for like easy food tend not to be healthy food, right? Because I'm working. I'm here by myself. I'm, throwing a fish stick in the air fryer, right? Like, not the best choices.
Right. Correct.
Yeah. So I don't know. If anybody's watching this after the fact, let us know if you think this would be a good idea.
Would you find value in this? Would you find value?
Yeah. All right. So a little spoiler alert. One last thing.
I got to put this out there so we don't forget it because things come to my, you know how my mind gets, right?
Yes.
I also think that we can highlight like once a month or so a guest's recipe, like have one of our sea chatters share one of their favorite recipes and have them pop on and talk about it.
Oh my gosh. Yes. All right, guys, this is brought to you by the people that, by people, I mean Molly, invented the reseller coloring book. Who knows? Maybe next there's the reseller cookbook.
I'm into having fun publishing these books. So let me get through the second coloring book because that's in the process at the moment, and then we'll talk about a reseller cookbook. Yeah,
I love my daughter so much. I'm going to let her do a page in my coloring book, the reseller coloring book.
Really?
I love her that much that I'm going to let her do a page and use my special pencils. But all right, can you just...
Is Emma still there?
She's upstairs.
Oh.
She likes when I crack the door when I'm doing lives and stuff, though, so she could hear what's going on down here, which I think is absolutely adorable.
I want to know if Emma likes my coloring book, if she thinks it's cool or like if she feels the same way about it as she does the word giggle.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Emma! She's not listening now.
This age group can be very rough. Maybe I don't want to know.
Yeah. So can you briefly tell about the reseller coloring book and what you're working on now? Because I don't think everybody kind of knows this amazing project you're working on right now.
So
Yeah, we were talking about you because get the reseller coloring book, and Molly wants to know what you think of it. It's in the drawer with the pencils. She wants to know if you feel the same way you feel about the word giggle about the coloring book. If you guys missed it, my daughter's freaked out by the word giggle. She finds it mildly offensive to her ears. I think that's weird. I said, "Is it because it reminds you of jiggle?" And she said, "No, I don't mind the word jiggle."
Interesting. So y'all, I don't even know where my brain comes up with stuff. Libby and Samantha have to bear with me all the time, and I have to be careful because I come up with stuff and then they want to make me implement it, and then I'm like, whose idea was this anyway? Like, how did we get ourselves into this? Like, and typically it's because my brain just comes up with it. So the coloring book was something I just kept thinking, wouldn't it be fun to have a coloring book for resellers? Because coloring is a great way. We do our mental health series, and coloring is a great way mentally for us to wind down and just have some you time. It's really good for your mental health to just sit and color. So when we started doing our little mini series on reseller mental health, I thought, oh, what if we did a coloring book to go with that? I can make it fun and funny, but also put some inspirational quotes in there and, that kind of thing. So that is what I created. And the first edition is out. It is $8 and can be found on Amazon. All you have to do is search the Reseller Coloring Book or go to consignmentchats.com and hit our Amazon suggestions there, and it'll be in that area. So Emma's got a copy of it in her hands, but it had some good feedback. People liked it.
She's doing like a book review right now. If you could see, get closer so people can see how serious you are about this.
Very serious. I think this is a good coloring book.
Speak up.
Can you
hear?
Yeah, I can hear.
Yep.
I like when there's little pieces to color. I don't like big swaths.
Well, I tried to mix it up because I know people feel differently about it. So I was trying to give a good balance of both.
Yeah. It's a good one.
Oh, this was my favorite. Oh, let me show this.
Is that the bubble wrap?
Yes, I did this one while we were on vacation. I had so much fun with that one. Favorite page ever.
Bubble wrap. Who knew?
Yes.
Who knew? And what is the quote? It actually works perfect that you love it that much because I think the quote says something about bubble wrap and fun or something. I don't remember, but
sorry,
you're more fun than bubble wrap or something like that. Yeah. I should know.
Anyway,
I spent like 2 hours coloring it and relaxing.
I know. And so after I did that, or even as I was doing it, I was already thinking about the second one. So I set it up on Amazon as first of a series of coloring books.
Yeah.
So, bye, Carmen.
Night,
Safe
Carmen.
travels home, my friend. So I'm in the process now of a second coloring book. This one's going to be a little different because 2 reasons. One, it's going to have sponsors. Okay. So people are able to buy sponsorship, which we have sold some sponsorships to. 2, and most importantly, it is going to have a Fearless Living fund page, which we are ambassadors for Diane Lassan's Fearless Living Fund. It is near and dear to our hearts and a large part of the reseller community's hearts. So we are giving them a page that will represent them, and also 50% of all the proceeds for the life of the book will go to the Fearless Living Fund. So once these books are on Amazon, they're there forever. Like, I'm not going to take them down. They're just going to exist. So for the life of that, 50% will go to Fearless Living.
I love that. And side note, so you know how I reached out kind of late in the game. So not making excuses or anything, but just the way that our fundraiser. So through Conchi Consignment, we do a yearly annual fundraiser for Fearless Living. And I had reached out to a bunch of, let's say, reseller influencers, and most of them got back to me. And, we publicized the fundraising sale we did on their pages. I never heard back from the Commonwealth Picker. So All right. I heard back from him today very apologetically that he did not get the message. And I'm like, and yes, we'd love to do something. So he's, we'll be publicizing it. We'll squeeze a little extra out of him, maybe through the coloring book this year. We will give him
Okay.
because he felt bad that he didn't get the message. And I have to say, like, all right, I get it because I'm the worst with the Facebook Messenger thing, the worst. And they're not always. You don't always see them. They're not all you don't always get a notification. So I just wanted to give a little shout out that he did want to participate, but
all right, Kevin,
you can go ahead and publicize that reseller, the reseller coloring book for Fearless Living. I think I'll hit him up for that. What do you think?
Yeah. I think we'll get that done. In fact, if he wants to, we'll see if he wants to sponsor too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he might want to do that.
Very cool.
Yeah, we can definitely offer that, but
we'll see how bad he feels if he wants to. It feels bad enough to do a sponsorship.
Yeah,
no, he'd be lucky to be able to have a sponsorship in the page. What am I saying?
100%.
Yeah.
All right, Emma, does it pass the Emma test?
Yes, I like. Oh no.
What page are you going to do?
Well,
I'll let you use my special pencils. Okay.
The stamp one, I like the words of intention page too because I thought it'd be fun to color all the different words.
Yes, all right, do that one. She's gonna do the words of intention page. Oh, wait a
second because I'm working on my puzzle.
She's working on the puzzle. The puzzle.
And I like the postage stamp one.
All right.
Go ahead, take it up with you.
I gotta get the puzzle done.
I know. So we're working on that puzzle. The puzzle that made the rounds from Jill to you, and then I bought it from you, that Starry Night one.
Yes.
Well, you can thank your Starry Night that you didn't end up doing that puzzle.
Oh, we have that puzzle.
Have you done it?
Nick, did we do it? I feel like you said we've done it.
I feel like there's no way you would have done it.
You just wait until you see the one we're doing now.
It is brutal.
Nick's been working on it, and he says this is the hardest puzzle he's ever dealt with. And he's been working on it while I've been gone. I put it out before I left, and he's been chopping away at it. And I said, once you get it done, take a picture if you finish it before I get back home, because we'll list it and let somebody else have a turn. But he says it's a real tough one.
I would. Emma said she's like puzzle queen all the time. This is the most brutal one she's ever done.
All right. Well, maybe we haven't done it. I thought Nick said we'd already done it, but maybe he just meant we haven't.
Well, I want photo proof if you've done it. I'm just saying.
We don't, unless I'm reselling it, I don't take pictures of it, but we'll do it again because I probably will list that at some point. So we'll do it again. We like to keep them in rotation.
So my dog, who has no teeth and has never chewed anything, all the years I've had this dog, he has never chewed anything. He has never done anything like that. Like, he's got other issues. Like, he doesn't chew on things. He doesn't pick up random objects. He doesn't destroy things unless he's peeing on them. But that's another story. Do you know that little sucker chewed up a piece of this Starry Night puzzle?
He's a Van Gogh fan. What can we say?
I guess so. He has an eye for
Give the kid a
art.
break.
What are the odds that he, like, of all the things that he could chew, that he would chew on a piece of this puzzle? We could drop anything on the floor and he wouldn't pick it up.
And now we don't have to worry about having two listed in the store to resell. It'll just be mine.
Yeah, ours is defective now. Wah, wah.
Oh, little chummy.
I miss you, my friend. This has been too much fun.
All right. I'll keep you posted on my yard sale extravaganza tomorrow with the ladies.
Yeah, I think you should do like a video or get some stuff. All right, if you guys are on Facebook, if anybody's watching on Facebook, there is part 1 of this on YouTube. It's not on Facebook. There is part 1 before we get cut off. If you want to see Molly's part of Molly's hauls and everything like that.
My hauls and I take you on a field trip with my phone. So yeah.
All right, guys. Have a great night. Thanks for hanging with us.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.